Hi everyone, welcome to another video, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Choua. I have accumulated so much makeup these days that I need to kind of look over all of the things I have. I'm probably going to be doing a makeup inventory video, so before I do that, I want to just look at what I have in my collection and just declutter what I want to declutter before I film that inventory video. Let me know if you like this kind of style video. I was originally thinking about doing like a whole bring out all the makeup and we're talking through every single one, but honestly that's gonna take so much time and I just want to be a little bit more casual and informal. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. Let me know if it's something you want. I don't know, but the lighting kind of sucks right now because it's cloudy. I do have, I did buy another light in December, so let me just set that up and see if it does anything. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. Oh. Okay. How does that look? I feel like it's looking a little bit better. I don't want to take off my glasses because I want to see like what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? But let me know if the glare or whatever on my glasses is bothering y'all. I will, you know, take my glasses off next time I decided to do like a vlogging kind of video situation. Oh my gosh. Sit still, homie. Goodness gracious. I went through all my drawers just to see if there's anything that I really want to get rid of at this time. And there are 3 additional things that I want to declutter and add to my declutter pile. So this sunscreen setting spray here, this Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop Highlighter. This is hella old. I think I purchased this about a year after this initially launched. So this is like really old, like over a decade old I think. So I'm gonna just officially get rid of this, and then I'm going to declutter my half-caked lip fondant in Theme Song. This one I used as a liquid blush. Some of these things that I'm going to be letting go, I do want to see if I can find any existing dupes in my collection. So for example, I want to see if there's any highlighters in my collection that compares to the shade of Champagne Pop. I also really like this shade here as a blush, so I'm gonna see if I can find a blush that comes close to this shade. And then also I'm going to declutter this eyeshadow palette here. This is the Party Animal eyeshadow palette by Laura Lee. I talked about this in my mid-year inventory, and I say that it's a colorful palette but the quality is just not there, so I'm gonna see if I can find any dupes for these colors. Yeah. And then also I want to see if there's a dupe for this ColourPop lippy sticks that I'm decluttering in Topanga. Okay, so I went through my collection and I found 3 liquid cream blushes that might be similar to this half-caked lip fondant. So let's see. So this is how it, let me just take off my glasses for this. This is how it looks like with this kind of lighting. Let's see if I can find one that is a little bit, oh my gosh, a little bit closer to this shade. Or a little closer. She's like, oh, that's a lot of product. Oh, this is definitely not it. You see that? That's a little too, it's a little too bright. This is the, what is it? What's Up Beauty Rose Hippity Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Heirloom, and I thought it was going to be a close one, but definitely not. I'm gonna close this up really gently because there's still a lot of product on it. Let's see, what about this Mally blush stick? This is the Evercolor cheek stick on the mauve. This is a little too pink mauve, I feel like. You see that? Yeah, definitely not it. I don't know if any of this is gonna be it actually. This is by Lucky Chick, and this is their lip and cheek multi-stick in Lucky Life. I don't know why I said it like that. Lucky Life. This one is still not dark enough. See that? Still not dark enough. Ugh, goodness. This is by Miss Cho Beauty. This is in the shade The Life. Let's see if this, oh yeah, this is still too bright. Is there gonna be no color that is going to match that? I don't know, man. And then the last one I have is the TYS Beauty in Splash. I don't know. Oh, this might be the closest one actually. You can tell this one is TYS and this one is the half-caked lip fondant. Let me just swatch it right next to it so we can really compare. Yeah, they kind of look very similar, if not almost identical. This lip fondant is a little bit darker still. And it has a little bit more brown. The TYS Beauty has a little bit more pink, but these are close dupes, I would say. I can get rid of this because I do have sort of a dupe in my collection now. Okay, so moving on to my Champagne Pop highlighter. This is how it looks like. And let's just swatch it right here. So pretty, right? Okay, we're gonna start with the palettes first that I pulled out that might be the most similar. So this is the Touch in Sol, what is this? Touch in Sol Pretty Filter Glowdient Makeup Palette. And this is my only like highlighter palette. And I'm gonna see if this shade here is a close dupe. Oh, wow. Oh, like, do you see that? Very close actually. That's a very close dupe. Champagne Pop is a little bit more golden and a little bit darker, but Touch in Sol is a very close match. I like that a lot. Okay, so we might have a dupe here. Let's see if we can get anything closer to it. This is the Ofra Face It palette in the medium. What was it? In medium. And it has a highlighter in here that is Rodeo Drive or Rodeo Drive. Let me just swatch this one more time because it's kind of terrible. This one is not as close. This one is a little bit more goldeny. This is Rodeo Drive right here. It's a little bit more goldeny. You see that, like the difference? So Touch in Sol is still the most similar. Rodeo Drive has more of like a gold reflect, but like it has a brightness to it, you know, like it's lighter shade. So that's not really a dupe. I'm going to swatch this highlighter from the Natasha Denona Cupid Cheek Duo. Let's see how this looks like with it. I'm going to... it has a little bit of pinkness to it. Do you see that? It has some kind of pinkness to it. And then this is Champagne Pop. So it kind of looks similar, but still not as close as the Touch in Sol one, I feel like. It's really close though. It's just a little bit more pink. So I feel like this might be a secondary dupe. Okay, let me just wipe this all off and then we will do the single highlighters. Okay, let's swatch this again. And let's just do a little small patch like this instead of the super long streak. I'm gonna start with Estate. This is the Blast Off shade. This is like a cream highlighter. And I think it might be... Oh, let's see. Oh, that is very close. It's a little bit more glowy. I don't know, it has a different kind of undertone to it. Do you see that? They look very similar. But this Estate looks a little bit more, it has a little bit more brown to it, I feel like. I don't know. Champagne Pop has a little bit more of like what? Pink? Gold? This is Estate. They look very similar. Yeah, very similar. This is a really smooth formula. Really like it. So we're gonna put that in the possible dupe pile. I have this highlighter by Half Caked, shade Live on Sunday, and let's see if this compares. This is a little too light, I feel like, compared to Champagne Pop. You see that? It's a little light compared to Champagne Pop. Also, the swatching is not too good. Yeah, it has a little bit more like brightness to it, like silver or something, I feel like. I don't know. It's a little dull, honestly, compared to these other two highlighters. They kind of look similar. Oh, it has a little bit more bronzy pink to it compared to Estate and like compared to Champagne Pop. So I don't think this is a dupe. Let's see if Give Them Lala. Oh, goodness. Next is Give Them Lala. I'm gonna have to open this up with a tweezer. Come on, there we go. And let's see if this is a dupe. Oh goodness. This is pretty close. Oh my gosh, this lighting. Like, do you see that? This is like super reflective because it's Champagne Pop. But Give Them Lala, it's not as dramatic, but the color itself, the tone itself, in person it looks more similar than on camera because of this lighting. But do you see that? Yeah, this one might also be a dupe. Okay then, I don't need to keep Champagne Pop. And then, I don't know if this is going to be a dupe or anything, but this is the K-Vaz Fairy Dust Pressed Highlighter. And I'm going to swatch just this shade right here to see if it's close to Champagne Pop. This is more of like a muted highlighter. So, I don't know, we shall see. Oh, very similar. It's very similar, but it's a little bit more goldeny. Has a little bit more bronze to it. Do you see? Yeah, right, this one right here. It's really hard to see the highlighters on camera, honestly. But we have a few pretty close dupes. I still think the Touch and Sew one might be the closest, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, and 5 highlighters in my collection that are very close to Champagne Pop. So I feel good about decluttering Champagne Pop. Okay, so I have 6 potential dupes that I found in my collection, and let's see if they're any close to Topanga. Like, look at how nasty that looks. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Come on, focus. Look at that. It's so crumbly and gross. But anyways, let's swatch this. Yikes, what a hot mess. So this is how it looks like, Topanga. Let's go with this About Face one first. This is a blurred matte lip plump in the shade Coquette. Okay, it's pretty close. I'm looking for the color, not necessarily the formulation to be similar, but this one is close, right? It's a little bit, it's blurred matte, so it's supposed to be more blurring than this shade here, but it's pink, right? Maybe it's a little bit too, it has a little bit of more like browniness to it. But let's go with the shades by Shan in Dubai. And let's see if this is closer. No, this is more like nudie pale pink. Kind of. It has a brown to it. This is more pink. So not that one. Let's look at this AOA Studio one in the shade Lover. I feel like it's too corally. Yeah, definitely too corally. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And then Hibiscus Island by Shayna B. Miami. Let's see. No, this is more like a nudie pink. Like I can wear this as a nude. Yeah, not going to work. And then this is a lip balm by YC Collection in Smoothie. So the pigmentation is gonna be very sheer, but no, definitely not it either. You see that? I think the closest one so far is the About Face one. Okay, we have one last one. This is by Makeup by Mario. Rosewood Glow. This is a plumping lip serum. So again, the payoff isn't going to be as pigmented. Oh, this is definitely not it. Yeah, definitely not it. I think About Face is the closest dupe to Topanga. Yeah, but if I mix like About Face with maybe like Shades by Shan or Shan, or even just like with a darker lip liner or Makeup by Mario here, might be, I'm not too sure, but this is our closest dupe. So if I do want this color again, I'm gonna have to order off ColourPop's website. This is a really gorgeous pink, especially in the summertime. So I'm sad to see it go, but it's gotta go. It's really crumbly and nasty. Okay, so it took me quite a while, but I think I found a few colors in my collection that can dupe these shades from this palette. So I'm gonna start with this lime green one. It's a Party. I've only found one color that I think might be a dupe. This is the About Face eyeshadow in Vertigo Flower. This is how it looks like. It's a lot darker than this shade, I feel like. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. This is more like highlighter yellow green than this one. So definitely not a dupe. But you know what? I think it's okay. I don't necessarily reach for this color that much anyways. So I do have some yellows in my collection that I can use and mix together for that. I'm not gonna be too sad about it, but I do like the rest of these colors a little bit more. Damage Control is this light blue here. So I'm just gonna swatch that first. Ooh, that's pretty. So this is how it looks like. And I have two palettes here that have blues in it that I think might be a good dupe. Might. So I'm gonna start with the Violet Vase Essentials 2 palette first. There's this blue shade in here. This is the shade Blue Sky. And I'm gonna swatch and see if it's a dupe or not. Kind of. It's a little bit lighter than Damage Control. So this is Damage Control, and then this is Blue Sky in the Violet Vase Essentials 2 palette. Kind of similar. This one's just a little bit more pigmented and dark. Let's look at this one by Juvia's Place. This is the Warrior 3 palette. There's this blue one here. I wonder if this one is gonna be closer. Oh, actually, kind of. I'm gonna just blend out the Laura Lee shade a little bit more, just so that I can really tell. So this is the Laura Lee Damage Control. This is Violet Vase, and then, not Violet Vase, Juvia's Place, and then Violet Vase. These two look pretty similar. This one is a little dark. It's just a tiny bit, but blended out, it's not bad. Not too bad. Like in person, it looks a little bit more similar. I feel like the Violet Vase one is a little bit closer to the Damage Control shade, especially in person. So, okay, so I found a dupe for that shade. I could only find one shade for the karaoke one here, which is just a darker blue. I don't even know. Oh, actually, this is a really nice blue. I don't know, should I declutter the whole palette or should I just like pick out the shades I want? So this is karaoke, and I have this matte fluid eye paint by About Face in the shade Blue Monday. Oh, this is definitely not dark enough for it. Definitely not. I don't know, do I have something closer to that? I thought in my IBY palette in Ocean Awakening would have a darker blue, but this one still looks just like Damage Control. This one is Abyss, but it has kind of like a purpley tone to it, but on camera it's picking up very blue. So let's see. Oh, actually, that's pretty close, actually. See that? That's pretty close. So this is karaoke and then this is Abyss. Okay, I found my dupe here. I was going to be upset if I couldn't find a dupe because I do like a matte blue like this. Okay, and then when it comes to orange eyeshadow, this is Drinks, and I think there is one in this Jaclyn Hill palette here that comes close to it. I do like a orangey eyeshadow, especially for when I'm wearing more fall looks or something super bright and like summery, very sunshine-esque. So let's swatch Drinks. Okay, so it looks like this, almost like a pumpkin-y jack-o'-lantern Halloween orange. And then in this Jaclyn Hill palette here, I think I'm gonna swatch two of them. I'm gonna swatch Feeling Myself here. I'm gonna swatch Feeling Myself and then My Man right here. So let's see if these two comes close. So let's do Feeling Myself first, and then My Man. These two are definitely orange, but this is like a goldeny yellow orange. These are very not that. I don't know, do I need something like this in my collection? I'm not too sure. Let's see if there are any other palettes. Alright, so I pulled out my Ace Beauté Falling For You palette. The shade Persimmons might be a better shade. It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better actually. Still a little bit more orangey, and this is a little bit more like darker yellowish brown sort of. But this is more similar to this shade than these two other shades here. So okay, all right. So I found a dupe for the orange one as well. That's great. This is why we're doing this video, because I want to find dupes so that I feel better about decluttering certain products. Okay, bottoms up is this pink here. It has a little bit of like sparkle glitter in it. I'm not obsessed with this shade. I think I've only used it one time, honestly. So I'm not too sad to let this one go, but I'm curious to see if I have a color in here in my Violet Vase Sakura Blossom palette, and see if there's like a dupe in it. So let's see. Let's swatch bottoms up. See, like you see a little bit of that sparkle, right? So I'm gonna swatch two shades. I'm gonna swatch Petals and Wild. So I'm gonna swatch Petals here and then Wild here, just to see how these two look. So Petals. Oh, okay. And then Wild. Very similar. See that? Very similar. Okay, so I do have sort of a dupe for this pink one here. Okay, all right. Last but not least, I want to really find a dupe for this color. This one is probably my most worn out of this entire palette, and it's the shade Hungover. It's kind of like a purpley, like a dark purpley blue. Like, look at how gorgeous that looks. So we're going to just swatch this. Oh, this looks so freaking gorgeous. If I can't find a dupe for this one, I might just pull it out from this palette and declutter the rest. But we shall see, we shall see. Let's start with this one. This is by Dominique Cosmetics. This is her Celestial Thunder palette. And I'm gonna swatch Black Matter, which is this one right here. I don't know, this one might not work. Oh yeah, it's definitely not purpley enough. Do you see that? It has a little bit of purple in it, but it's more gray toned and black. So not it. I thought it was gonna be it, but nope. Let's go into the Beauty Creations palette, Esmeralda 2. This doesn't have shade names, so I'm just gonna point it out. I'm gonna swatch this one and see if that is a dupe. It has some purple reflex in it, but definitely not it. You see that? It has some purple, but definitely not this purple. And I like purple on the eyes, so I need to find something for that one. Okay, let's try the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill in the Bling Boss palette. Let's swatch Gem, which is this one right here, and see if that one is a dupe. It's so pretty, look at it. I feel like it might be purple. It's a little lighter. This one is just a tad lighter than Hungover. Oh, but it's close. It's really close. Yeah, very close. Okay, last but not least, this Jaclyn Hill palette here, the first one. And I'm going to swatch Royalty. I'm gonna swatch Royalty, which is this purple here. Hopefully this one is closer. Who knows? This one's Royalty. This one's Gem. These both are Morphe. And then this is Hungover. So I think we have a close dupe with Royalty. It's not the exact same, but it's close enough. You see that? Like on camera, it looks almost exactly the same. These two here. Really, really like that. Okay, so I think we found dupes for almost every single one of these. Besides the It's a Party one, the lime green one, which is perfectly okay for me because I don't necessarily wear that kind of green on the eyes anyways. So yeah, that's fine with me. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for just being here and having a swatch party with me. I hope this kind of format is okay with y'all. It's just more of like getting cozy and like almost like a little hangout, you know? And I really like that. So anyways, thank you so much for just being here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.